Okay, welcome back to Farming Simulator 25 in Zielonka. It has been a long time since I recorded a video. Last posting for the Zielonka episode, actually Zielonka and Lipinki, was in April. It is now June 20th. Yeah, so I don't even remember what I was doing. We have some stuff. I don't know, we have to cultivate that. It looks like I left the cultivator there. So that looks like something that has to get done. I think we use this on a contract. Don't know why I left it there. Maybe there's a reason. You got me. So yeah, let me just bring this back. Some nice sunflowers growing here next to us. Okay. Invisible things. Yeah, I was gonna do Lipinki, but they did another map update, and it's another one that needs a new save game, and that was already a debacle for me. So I was gonna just try play it without doing a new save game, and nothing works right. Like, the fields are all messed up. So I'd probably have to try do another messing about with the XML stuff, and I just didn't feel like doing that tonight. So we are in the Pinky. It's super strict is on again for some reason. That guy's going. This guy's going. Look at all this flour. I don't even know. What do we have in that trailer? No. So we got canola and oats in there. That guy, I want to run out. And our mushroom greenhouse. So that's fun. Yeah, a lot of stuff has changed. A lot of things have come out. I don't remember what was out at the time, to be honest with you, when I last recorded. But, we have... What has come out? Precision Farming has come out. Plains and Prairies DLC. A couple different updates. So, of course, a ton of mods. So, a lot of stuff available out there. Where are we at on selling stuff? I think it's going to be a while before we can. And November, December. But we do have in and out of the menus, as I usually do. What's coming up for harvest? 58 and the little one I made. Those are sorghum. Sorghum is going to be August, so next month, which is good. Let's hop over to this one. I leased this Bredal spreader. I don't remember if I was going to just return it or leased it to do lime spreading because it was really the only option. I quickly went through my last video just to see where I was, and I had apparently attempted mod 1 and it didn't work right. But there have been other mods since that have come out. I really wish the mod descriptions were a little better, because, you know, lime spreaders are fertilizer spreaders. But some of the descriptions don't actually tell you if they will do lime. And it's a little frustrating sometimes. So, kind of have a little bit of a beef there with mod descriptions. What? Get out of here. What is... That was weird. All the lines disappeared, or was selecting something completely different. So, yeah. You know, the normal stuff has kind of kept me from having the energy to record. I did do a live stream playing on Gnadenthal, Nadenthal, I don't know, the Canadian map. It's a nice map. Yeah, so I streamed on that. Ended up with one viewer near the end when I was pretty much wrapping it up for the night. There was a language barrier, Spanish speaking only. I think he was able to catch on most of what I was saying, but I had to use Google Translate to figure out his chat, which is fine. I kind of wonder if there's any automatic translator stuff. There's got to be, right? I don't know. I don't know this stuff. This is all still new to me. Anyways, so, yeah. The usual complaints I've had about my excuses. You know, work. We were short-staffed. I was getting ordered into work and ordered to stay over and all that. And then we started having some trainees. And that, you know, brings its own stresses. I don't do any of the training myself. I could. It's a little bit of extra money, but I tend to just be the, you know, extra person to add things in here and there to help the trainers out. Anyways, some of them have started to be cleared, so we're getting back to having sufficient staff, and we'll actually be one up from where we were prior to our staffing issues when people had left. So that'll be good. And other than that, I had a little bit of a, you know, health problem. I took myself to the hospital for, well, let me start with the nosebleed. I had a nosebleed I couldn't stop. And I went to the ER for that. That was a traumatic experience, just because I believe the brand name is Rhino Rocket, and the you know, general term is a nasal tampon. And it was, I'll just say it was very uncomfortable to have placed. And I don't recommend it. Obviously, if you're having a unstoppable nosebleed, kind of got to deal with what you got to deal with for that. But they did that, no cauterizing or anything like that. And while I was in the ER for that, they noted that I had extremely high blood pressure. And I had planned to follow up with a primary care, which I actually didn't have at the time. I was very lazy about, even though I have decent insurance, getting a primary care physician. So I'd always just go on to the walk-ins when I had something going on. But before I had a chance to set up an appointment with a new doctor, I ended up having a mild hypertensive crisis. So my blood pressure had been high. I'd been taking, you know, measuring it since the nosebleed, and they, you know, them telling me in the ER how high it was. And it was very high, and I didn't feel good. I could hear, it's called pulsatile tinnitus, where you can hear your pulse just in your ears, in your head. I had that, plus I was sitting playing on my Comlands? Yeah, I was on Comlands playing that save game and harvesting olives. And I had a vision abnormality. The only way I could describe it is it was like my vision zoomed in a little bit and then back out. And at that point I was like, I'm just going to go to the hospital now before I have a stroke. So went to the ER, Was there for a little while. They gave me some IV medications. It brought the blood pressure down a little bit. They told me to come back if I, and then they kicked me. They did a CT scan of my head to make sure I wasn't having a stroke. And eventually they kicked me loose, and I came home and tried to go to bed, and still wasn't feeling it. Couldn't go to sleep. Felt terrible still, and man, I felt like I had to go back, so I went back. They gave me another CT scan, this time with contrast dye. And then I was admitted and in the hospital for 3 days, which was not great. I mean, the ER experience was not super, but obviously being in the hospital is never great. But once I was admitted, you know, for a hospital experience, I guess it was pretty okay. You know, all the nurses and techs and all that were great. I actually never even saw a doctor while I was admitted. In place of a physician, I had a, what was he? APRN, I think? Which is, I mean, as far as like the levels of nursing, I think it's pretty close to being a doctor, just within the nursing scope. So, you know, the staff in the ER was great, but, you know, it's the ER. They're getting rushed around for all kinds of stuff. Luckily it wasn't that busy, but then when I was admitted, the staff was fantastic. Some of the food was okay, most of it not super. I ended up with cold tater tots. That was not fun. So yeah, I have to be on a low sodium diet, on meds. Oddly enough, when I did see a doctor, which I do have a primary care now, but when I saw them for the follow-up after the hospital, they switched the meds from what the hospital gave me to something similar. But the new meds had you know, controlled my blood pressure to an even lower level, and it's below the 120/80 average. So I called them because that was a little bit concerning, especially since now that I'm trying to be more active. They did tell me in the hospital to stop being fat. I am technically obese. So they told me to stop being fat. Ran that guy over, it's fine. So I started walking and trying to get back to that. I used to run, not like a crazy amount, like not like competitive or anything weird, but I would run, you know, every other day, every couple days. That was part of my staying fit to go hiking, which I need to get back to. But I started walking again, and apparently after exercise, because of, I guess, the dilation of your blood vessels, your blood pressure goes down. So between the medication and then, you know, doing that, or even when I mowed the lawn, you know, my blood pressure, I took an evening walk earlier, and it was down to like 99/60, and I'm like, oh, concerning. I guess it's only really a huge deal if you feel lightheaded or feel like you're going to pass out, but I didn't feel like that, so that's good. I forgot my time is at 0.5. Anyways, I've been babbling while I did that cultivation. I don't even know what we're going to do. I'm so lost as far as where I was and what my plans were for both series. So that's cultivated. We cultivated this. I think this was canola. I don't know. Something was canola. Some contracts. I saw something had We must have harvested this. Contract 52. I don't see it, unless it was before. I don't even know. Trying to look at my old notes. Episode 24. We should be in 26 now. I think this is what I'm recording is 26. July. We moved into July. We bought a baler in 24. Did a cultivating contract. Moved into July. Harvested canola. Collectible. Cultivated 57. That's that one. Let's see. Episode 25. Harvest contract 26. Harvest contract in 26. Okay, so yeah, we did that. I remember that was in the video. 49, that was oats. Cultivating contract in 50, yeah. And we limed 46, which I just cultivated now. Well, that's a big contract. I don't remember. Did I have a rule in this series about leasing equipment for contracts? Man, I don't even know. No, I think I did, because I think I did something in this field. Did I plant? Or I think I used the planter or a seeder, like a big leased one on this. Anyways, I'm rambling like a dummy still. Okay. That is a lot of money, but that will take a long time. That's not a lot of money, but won't take long. Canola, these are going to be very tiny. That's too far to be bothered with. It's 53. Well, that's right over there. That maybe won't take too long. Let's just do that one with our equipment, which I already disconnected from. Yeah, so I've been rambling for almost 20 minutes. So I'm going to hook up here. We are going to head over to the field, whatever I said we're going to. And, yeah, I'll head over there to do this. It's either going to cut, or this will be a time lapse. Wow. I don't know what's going on with collisions there. Don't normally hit like that anyways. We'll have to do things.
Rusty plow breaks the ground in anger. Old iron groans like a metal banger. Sun beats down, field turns to fire. Sweat and blisters fuel my desire. Plow the pain away, dirt flies high. Fingers bleeding on this fight to try. Ancient tools against the modern tide. Every furrow will scream inside. Crack wheels, they spin in frozen rage. This land's a beast, it sets the stage. Pull and push till my ribs might burst. Choking on dust, gotta quench my thirst. Plow the pain away, dirt flies high. Fingers bleeding on this fight to try.
That is that. Alright. get this back to the farm. And see what else we can do. We might move on to August. Let's see. Man, I really wish I could remember what I had something like I was gonna do. I know I'd been talking about using that space across the street for productions or something like that. So that might still be an option. Let's bring this all the way around here. Do I have to move? Any of this? I really need a shed. And I use like auto loaders and super strength and all that stuff a lot on my, stuff I don't record or stream. So doing this material handling is a little foreign still. But let's see. Nope, wrong way. Yeah, it's just so frustrating. I really did a poor job of placing this terrain like this. Anyways, so that's that. That's clear. I don't know how much more we're going to get out of that. I'll collect that. Let's see. So what did we do? I gotta take notes here. I usually don't tell you I'm taking notes, but... So we cultivated... What, 46? And... Contract cultivation in 53. And how are we at on money? 19. Finances. 30,000 loan left. So... we can't plant anything, right? We're in July. Well, we can, but it's not stuff I'm gonna do. Like carrots. Nope. So starting next month we can do canola. I don't know where I had canola. That's the part of the problem here. I don't remember where it was. Let me go through my notes real quick here. It was all the way back in episode 17. I don't have the field numbers for where we planted, though. That's crazy. Oh man, I don't know. It is year 5 on this, though. Yeah, I was gonna move all the flour over here, and then I just said, nah. The one thing we don't have, which I mean, we can convert this to a flatbed, I guess. I still do want, I still want to get the bigger chicken coop. Do we have anything in here? No. Anyways, back to this. So we're not going to get too much more flour, but we are going to harvest soon. And did I put... That's still the wheat from like the first year. I should probably put that in the mill and then maybe use the sorghum for feed for now. I don't know. What else do I have to harvest? Soybeans? I wonder if I should... I was going to do the soybean factory thing, but I didn't really like it when I messed with it on my Riverbend Springs save game. There is another production, which I'm not sure if I mentioned, that does soy milk and oat milk, something else. It's extended productions or something like that. I don't remember if I enabled it on here. If I did, it'd actually be in the... No, I do have that other thing in here though, the soybean factory. Soybean production, whatever. But I might take that out and do the other one. Anyways, let's just go to August. Make sure the weather's not going to be messed up in the early part of the day. Maybe, maybe not. I don't. It doesn't. No, it looks like it'll be okay. Yeah. We'll move to August. And it's August. Okay. Check our productions here. Make sure nothing's full up. That's the small one. We are out of oats, so we'll turn that one off. We have a lot of flour to pull out of there. Yeah, so we're gonna have to move some products. Not a whole lot more in the way of eggs. I saw that dumping, but we still have some in there. What about this guy? I do have to redo the water dumping, but that's fine for now. It takes forever to go through the water. So yeah, let's look at what we're gonna have for possible contracts. Some hoeing. We're not doing plowing. Nothing good yet. More might pop up in the day. Nothing to sell, right? No, nothing till November, winter time. So I'm gonna have to take a look and see what I had in those, because I don't want to do canola in them again if they were canola. I don't have too much of an option necessarily though. But yeah, let's get in the harvester. I'm going to start with the far field. Yeah, let me start over there and then cut out in front of traffic because that's what I do. Don't judge me. Yeah, I'm gonna jump out real quick. I'm gonna check a couple of things in the history, my videos, just to see what was what before, and then I'll be back in. Okay, so 46. I don't know why I shut it off. 46, which is the one closer to the farmyard, that we just cultivated, was canola, and this one here was oats. So I will do canola probably in that one here. And don't know what I'll do with the other one yet. Um, but yeah, so I'll do canola here. It's not a lot, but um, you know, one of the other small ones. Or actually, I could do it in both of these because it's this month that it would be put in. So I can clear this and flip it right to canola. But anyways, off to a time lapse here with my ridiculous AI music.
Steel beast growls, engine roars loud and fierce. Rows of gold falling, no time for tears. Blades biting deep into the earth's skin. Harvest begins where the reapers spin. Massey's rage cuts through the endless dust. In its core lies a machine we trust. Breaking dawn fields soaked in silver light. We stand our ground, fists clenched for the fight. Sorghum dreams in the sunlight glow. Through the ruins where the wild winds blow. Fields of fire made rich with sweat and grit. Together we rise, together we commit.
And we're full. You will notice it stopped pretty abruptly. There's a mod that will stop it when it's full so it doesn't roll into the crop. I was gonna dump this in. I might as well. It's, you know, I don't have to, but just for kind of like, I guess, you know, realistic purposes here. It's been around for a while, and I know it's like the chicken feed wheat, but let's just get rid of it. Hopefully this doesn't get hit by the blades. It's coming pretty close. Alright, so we'll go. I'm gonna use this to unload because what is it? I don't know what is going on with that sidewalk. It's like the collisions are way more than they should be. But anyways, let's go unload this. Gotta check a couple things too here. We'll get this going with wheat flour. And I want to check some options because I don't remember what I have set. Okay, crop destruction is off. I thought I had it on for some reason. Fieldstone. Why would I don't think I've ever done fieldstone on. Doesn't make any sense. That's weird. Yeah, very strange. I never use... I thought I had crop destruction on, though. I don't know. Anyways. We will use this. It's our chicken feed. Oh, we got another pallet of mushrooms. Nice. And I will take the big trailer. Well, I'll hook up to the big trailer. I don't need to take it. I may not need to take it anywhere anyways. Now I'll have to move it because I can't get the combine in there with it to dump it directly. Yeah, it's like it hit. Watch, it's gonna be like bang. There's no reason for that. Unless they really want to punish you for not using the driveways. I'm actually gonna park this over here. Yeah, going on was fine. Alright, back to it. I'll see you when we're unloading from the other small field.
Drums of the earth pound beneath the wheels. Victory sung in every seat it steals. A tidal wave of hope and amber flow, grinding forward in life's steady roll. The cracking stalks sing a savage hymn. Melody rising, heartbeats grow grim. Yet in the crush there's life to ignite. In every kernel buried deep there's light. Sorghum dreams in the sunlight glow. Through the ruins where the wild winds blow. Fields of fire made rich with sweat and grit. Together we rise, together we commit.
We're just gonna go try dump this directly. Gotta wait for traffic here. I feel like I tried this before and got hit by the blades, but I don't know, maybe not. Okay, we're good. We'll turn on sorghum flour. Do some maneuvers. Okay. I think this is the first, yeah, words. Canola oil coming out of this. See if it'll spawn one in. Ugh, oil palette. I was hoping for flour. Oh no 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 no. Oh no no no. This is gonna be painful. So I'm just gonna time lapse again here. Enjoy the chaos.
torn apart, lifting weight to break my heart. Over and over the cycle drones, metal gods laughing at my bones. Towers grow, but then they fall. A life spent chasing stacked up wall. Sweat and curses fill the air, a heavy burden I can't repair. Stack it up, can't let it slide, but the weight pulls from inside. Every move, another crack, fighting just to keep on track. Broken dreams splintered around. In these pallets, my life's bound. Forks scream, loud wheels roll slow.
I feel like I should get a trailer and just start stacking them in the trailer. Start that going. How much flour do we have? 21,000. What if we sold it now? It's the worst. Yeah, we gotta wait at least a little while, maybe till October. It depends how we're doing. That might be doing it for this episode, but let's put this back over here. I am gonna need to get some sort of flatbed truck or trailer or something. Words. Now let me go set this up. So we are going to, I think the plan, let's check that field, make sure it doesn't need lime. No. I think next time we will cultivate 58 and this little guy. Technically, I guess it's part of 45, but we will cultivate these, and at the very least, I think I'll do I'll do these two probably as canola. And then these two will be spring crops. We'll do probably just oats and sorghum again. I might not do soybeans on the next run. Until I maybe get that production in. But we'll see what happens. So anyways. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we have some returning viewers. And maybe some new ones. So yeah, thanks for watching this episode in Zielonka. And I'll see you next time.